Hey YouTube, this is Nash Taters. Welcome back to another episode of War of Divisions. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are, I hope you guys are having a great day. Now obviously, I hope you guys had a great weekend because it was Halloween for those who cared about Halloween in the United States. And of course, any other countries that have a sort of a spiritual celebration of Halloween. And then of course, I actually had to work last night, so I just woke up very exhausted. I was going to think about making a video talking about the new notices, but I was just too tired after I took a shower. I kind of just crashed. Now I'm feeling really refreshed and getting ready to start this brand new week off. Now there's going to be a lot of content on this channel this week because there's a lot of stuff that I'm planning for this week to kind of sort of make up for the last week, because there weren't a lot of videos, even though I did put out a video every single day. But we were celebrating on pretty much birthday week, birthday month last week, and I decided that real life did take more precedence. So this week I'm going to try to do a lot more coverage, and hopefully we're going to see a lot more content. Now today there's going to be not too much to talk about, but at the same time not too little. So let's get it started. So a lot of you probably already noticed right off the bat, I am on a brand new account, and this is the account that my friend actually decided to finally let me use, or let me have. He saved up tons of gems. He tried to get Aldyra. I think he spent 50,000 gems. Fortunately, it didn't get him, so he was thinking about walking away. And then, of course, Halloween hit. He did summon for the zombie. He's a big zombie fan, so he did end up getting him. And as you can see, he's level 89. So what I'm going to do is this. And he's actually quite close to finishing. So we still have a week, so I might be able to finish him off. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do a little casual approach to him again, like I've been doing with some of the other characters in this game that I do not own on my main account. And then subsequently, I will give this account away to anybody who is interested. Now, there's only going to be a few rules. First off, you have to be either a brand new player or a player who's thinking about re-rolling. You want to start over and you kind of want to work from the ground up again. I prefer not to give to somebody who already has a main account or whatever, simply because we want someone to have access to a lot of these nice units in the game by having a fresh start. As you can see, there's a lot of nice units on this account. We have Keaton, we have Miranda, Frederica, we have actually Aldoa, Whisper, we have Ayaka, we have Aldyra. Surprisingly, he got Aldyra later on in one of the free summons. And of course, Ziza. Wish he had a Beaner on this, because that will make great pairing up with Ziza. Of course, Kitufe. Then we have Lucia, and of course we have Zombie Boy. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to be giving this account away on a special video that I'm going to be posting. I'll list all the specific rules, and then on a future stream, I will do the roulette, so to speak. I think there's things out there where you could just do random number generator, and that's what we're going to do. So something to look forward to in the near coming week, and most likely I'll probably initiate the video at the end of the week, and then the following Friday or something like that when I do a stream, and then we can go ahead and announce the winner on that stream live. Now obviously, if there's not a lot of interest, I'll probably just give it to whoever really wants it badly enough. But let's talk about the notices for today. Like I said, there aren't too many things to really go over. Update or guild battle arena. There's going to be a new arena, new guild battles. I'm not really interested in covering this stuff, so I'm not really going to cover too much of that. November login bonus, we've already been seeing the fact that it's going to be Howlet, which wasn't too big surprise for anyone out there because many people knew that Howlet was coming. I think new weekly campaign is very interesting though, because they're giving us a lot of new things. The standard 2,500 Visior is free, and of course a lot of other bonuses. They are giving us a brand new challenge, which is the bingo board. And this will give us an opportunity to earn a lot more free items. Double item drop, which is another thing I'm looking forward to this week, because in the beginning of each month, the mission resets, meaning that if you get 400 story quests done, you can get a free rainbow sphere. And then of course, JP is also doubled up. And since a lot of us probably are working on new units, this is a great opportunity to take advantage of this and try to reach your 400 as fast as possible. Now, I recommend stop using skip tickets if you have the time, because you really need to start working on your residences for your espers. And for those of you who don't know what that is, we're having look too detailed into exactly what residences are. I did make a video a couple of weeks ago, so go ahead and check that one out to get into details of what that's all about. Now, obviously, the leftover is going to be either the Damsel in Distress event and, of course, the humongous banner we're probably going to be getting, which will be covering 4, yeah, I kid you not, 4 brand new units. Now, I'm pretty sure they did this move because they wanted to make sure they cover up the ground that they were behind on in terms of global, because they didn't want to be too behind in terms of releasing banners for us. Because I don't think they plan on giving us Howlet and Skahal. Man, that's a terrible name. Skahal, what a name. At the same time, but because Little Lila was injected for the last 3 weeks, I think they wanted to catch up and make up ground. So let's go over and talk about this Damsel in Distress first. So basically, Howlet will be released, so therefore they're giving us the event in which we can farm materials to build her up. And she is a Rune Knight, believe it or not, along with Shell, which is a Green Mage, or Chell. So Rune Knight, obviously the zombie boy is a Rune Knight. First time we have access to that. And some of the footage I've seen on the Japanese arena videos, namely Mareshin, who by the way is a YouTuber. He's actually really good. I have him subscribed. Don't understand what he's saying, but he does really good video in terms of showing footage. Now, he is definitely a Kraken or even a Poseidon, because I think this game is his first love or his love or something, where he spends a lot of money and literally he has all these cards, all these units maxed. And he's very up to date in brand new units, having them level 99s, at least minimally level 89. So he showcases them off in arena, and I've seen footage of Howlet, and man, she is crazy. She does a lot of damage. She has magic reflex, which is insane, because you can completely nullify one attack. And on top of it, she has this revenge, which is basically a drain, but I believe it's based off of your magic attack power. And I've seen her do tons of damage on a reverse counter attack, and subsequently filling her up in terms of hit points. I mean, there's not enough else to say, because that's almost unkillable unless you one-shot her. So definitely strong unit. And Rune Knights are awesome, I think. And I think it's a great introduction to the game. Now, obviously, you have a chance to get this new weapon that Rune Knights can equip. It's called Lohengrin. Very cool looking weapon, by the way. Because at first I saw this weapon equipped on the Zombie Boy on the JP videos, and I was like, man, what weapon is that? But as it turns out, this weapon, I'm not sure if it's exactly for Rune Knights only, but it says equipable jobs such as Rune Knight. So I think any class can equip it, but definitely probably more geared towards Rune Knight. Option obviously here would be the magic version, so you can get, I believe, 160 something magical attack power. I wouldn't really worry too much about the other 2 subtypes. I think I would definitely go for the magic type and then equip this to either my Rune Knight or perhaps whatever units, obviously like Miranda or whatever, that can use it for magical purposes. And then of course you can get lots of nice items when you're doing the EX quest, obviously when you're farming, and then you can get some nice items when you do it the first time around to gain more, of course, items. The Platinum Rod is back, but by the way, you can farm the Platinum Rod itself without actually having to worry about it. From story mode, I've actually shown where they are before. And the only thing I would recommend is farm lots of the crafting items from the EX quests themselves. Of course, books are back to support more building of your equipment. Alright, so that leads us to, by far, the biggest thing to talk about this week is going to be the fact that there are 4 units. I kid you not, 4. Howlet, Skahal, which is a Black Mage main job, but is of lightning. So obviously we already have a lightning unit in terms of the, forgot her name, oh my goodness, Salir. So this will be a very tough decision for many players, because Salir is pretty much already a UR version. Now, personally, I have not dug too much into Skahal and doing some research on how strong he is in terms of brittleness, or excuse me, in terms of survivability, right? I think Howlet is pretty good in survivability because Zombie Boy is very good at surviving. It seems like Rune Knights are more of on a tankier side with lots of magical damage. And then Mariel is actually surprisingly a very hard-hitting unit. And she is only of MR quality. So personally, I think she's worthy build, and on top of it, we don't have too many attackers in terms of lightning units. So this is something, I guess it's new to the game in that sense. More of a unit that focuses on attacking, perhaps, for the light element. And I'm very interested in getting this unit, to be honest. I will probably build her like during that first couple of weeks so that I can get as many shards as possible. And then of course, Shell, the green mage, she looks cute, but I'm not exactly sure if she's worthy of building since we have so many, I'm kid you not, so many ice units that are solid already. So personally, I think she's a skip for me, and I think I will leave her in the dust in terms of even if I get tons of shards, I'll most likely build her up, you know, months and months down the road and kind of just use her in terms of the tower. Other than that, I don't think she's worthy of unit terms for me to kind of concentrate on at this moment at least. But I'm really tempted about Howlet, and I'll do a little bit of research on Skahal. I don't think I'm going to be doing too many of these videos where I should you save, should you summon, simply because Krakens and Poseidons, they're all going to summon all these units, right? They're going to get them because you need them to counter, perhaps hard counter other units in the game. Namely, Howlet is most likely to be a solid counter against Kidofei, which is running amok all over the place. So personally, definitely probably make a video just for the sake of folks who are indecisive, right? Or thinking or contemplating about if these two units are worthy addition to their roster, especially if they are hard on Visiors or they're hard on in terms of having a limit to how much they can spend in terms of Visiors every single month. So that's something of interest for me, I always do, because people do care about, you know, if they're good units or not in terms of worthy of summoning. So I'm not really going to go over too much on the other units, but I'm going to take a quick look at Skahal. So she does, or he, is a he or she? I think it looks like it's a he. Does have a time mage sub job and staff mage. So very, very interesting for that purposes. And I don't think you would not, like, you would probably most likely use them for time mage, right? Because time mage is so good in this game. The quicken and the haste are very, very nasty abilities. And looks like his limit burst is a 3-hit large, which is nice. Targets within range based on caster's mat and chance of inflicting paralysis. So right there, that's not too shabby. And of course he has flare, right? She has flare. Now this is the unit I'm really thinking about. She looks kind of cool, right? Like kind of like a belly dancer, but she can do a lot of damage. I've seen footage of doing a lot of damage. So they are going to be giving us 120 shards. Another bingo board for Howlet, and of course a bingo board for Skahal. So if you're interested, this is a great time to get these units and just get an opportunity to get tons of shards for these units, because you can't really pass up on free shards, right? Basically, if it works like before, you simply just have to summon the unit and then just start playing the unit and level the unit up, and then boom, you get free shards. And of course they also get double JP as you're using them. So very exciting week indeed, very exciting indeed. Unfortunately, it's still kind of inserting itself into the last week of Little Leela and of course Raiyuu. So here's the issue, right? For people who are big time spenders, they're not worried about it. But for people like me who are approaching sort of medium spending, it kind of like puts me at a bind, because I'll have to make sure I finish Little Leela. And then if I'm summoning for the new units, that means I'm going to be diving into more visual spending. And on top of it, I'll have to look product shards in the shop. So personally, unfortunately, I may not be able to do what I'm saying I want to do. And the other thing is, these 4 units are going to be in the database, as I keep saying before. Eventually, they most likely will fall into your lap. But the temptation here is the challenge board with the 120 shards. So I might give it a stab to try to get Howlet and see if I could just get her right off the bat, and then kind of start working on getting those free shards, and then kind of slowly make sure I get her build up. But since I already have Little Leela, which is the reason why I summoned Little Leela, was to try to attempt to counter some of the Kidofeis in my Guild Wars, Howlet pretty much is just an insane unit, to be honest. So tough decisions to be making. I mean, first world problems, I know, I've been saying this before, it is a first world problem, but it's a good first world problem to have. And I'm really still looking forward to saving for Kane and Cecil. So I might have to do a little moving around, but I'm going to be working a lot more. So I think getting more cash flow shouldn't be an issue for me in terms of perhaps spending a little bit more to try to get all these lovely units. So that is something we're going to have to wait and see for the future. But that's all the time for this video, and I hope you guys are having a great week. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see Howlet in action, because now we most likely will not be seeing too many Kido phase on defense, which is a big issue for a lot of players, I feel like. So until next time, take care of yourself, all your loved ones, Nash Taters and his family out. Peace out.